Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Thursday, July 13th, 2023. Standing on Market Street here in Celebration, Florida, next to this fountain. Almost lost my train of thought there for a moment. I am leaving the state once again. The last trip I was on was about 5 weeks. I've been back in Central Florida for a week or so, and now it's time to hit the skies and the roads, the airways and the highways and the byways and the interstates. Over the next 3 weeks, I will be gone, give or take a day, might even be a little more than 3 weeks. I got a flight, Delta Airlines, out of MCO to Kansas City with a layover in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm heading out, I'm inviting you. I can't sit still. It's a real problem. Join me. Well, maybe it's not a problem. Shall you? The flight departs at 4:35. I believe it starts to board in about 2 hours from right now. Should be good to go. Just as soon as this bicycle on the minute hand moves, I will take one final stroll, at least for this time frame, down Market Street, see if there's a gup, see if there's a gator, and then head to the Orlando International Airport, MCO. I'll take a look at this. That's kind of a clever shirt right there. Does not want to be inside there, inside that pot. I bought a couple shirts from here. I always try to represent where I live when I'm traveling. In fact, I think I even brought a Celebration shirt or two. For the road, I always try to bring one. There's also a clock here too. They are coordinated time-wise. Just a quick little glance for some gators. Not seeing anybody here upon the shore, but I see the fountain on over there. And I'm also noticing right around town recently, they've been doing a lot of maintenance, cleaning up, construction, if you will. A lot of guys around town and down Market Street and over here near Starbucks, they are fixing a lot of stuff up, fixing up the town. Probably all be done by the time I get back into town. I guess it'll be 3 weeks from now, give or take. One thing about leaving for a pretty decent amount of time is when you come back, there's always little nuances and changes. Not only here where I live, but also at the parks and just around the general area. Now this is kind of interesting. Had to park way over here at this lot because I was told that all three of the parking areas, A, B, and C parking, A and B are over there. And then the C gates at the new section built over there are completely full. They just didn't have someone stating it. They had like big bunkers, big stanchions set up. They wouldn't let anybody into all the parking. So I went over to C gates, which is the new area. No parking there either. So I had to park in this little dirt grass patch. And I'm gonna take a shuttle over. $10 a day to park here. So usually I'll park in the lot if I'm going to be gone for a short time frame, but $10 a day is not too bad. And then that way when I come back, instead of trying to get like a rideshare vehicle or something, or get a ride or bother anyone for a ride, taking time out of their day to give me a ride here, I can just immediately get back, jump in my car, pay the $10 a day, and head home. See a plane going by right over there. Ah, yes. It begins. Oh, that door is closed. Sad trombone. Oh, there it goes. Usually you can park right up there, but got dropped off right here by the shuttle. And looking for Delta, right there. Kind of felt like that scene from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I mean, it wasn't as dramatic, but reminded me when he is Steve Martin's trying to find his rental car. Kind of has me wondering how busy it's going to be in here. I mean, if all the parking is filled up, according to them, all the parking is filled up. There's a little mural on the ground here of the space shuttle. Let's see how my flight is looking here. I have a layover in Atlanta. See if it's on time. Now the top one is delayed. However, I am the third one down. Flight 2625, flight departing at 4:35 out of gate 73. As of now, still on time. Now with the parking situation like it was, with all the structures, even the new C gates all completely full, I was expecting there to be a ton of people in here, but there's really no one at the checkpoints. Yeah, no one at all. It says wait time 7 to 11 minutes, and that's even with going through the checkpoints and them scanning your bags and everything. That's nothing. All right, that didn't take too long. It is about 7 to 10 minutes. Had to take the belt off. This had to go in its own tray. What else had to? The shoes had to come off. This had to go in the tray with the belt and the shoes. And this went in its own separate tray. This was in my backpack. I also bring gum on the plane too. I was when we take offs and landings. I always try to bring a pack of gum, have a couple in on the takeoff landing. Okay, keeps the ears from popping. I'm gonna go from here and take the monorail or the shuttle. It kind of makes me wonder. I have seen the airport way busier than this, but I've never seen the parking full before, especially at the new sea gates, which is a whole new area that not many people use. I parked over there before. So it leads me to wonder, is the parking really full, or there's another reason why we're not allowed to park in A, B, and C parking? Things that make you go, All right, the gate link, what do they call this? Basically a monorail. You see the one beam down here. But they call it the gate link. Link between the gates. Oh. There's gate 70, 72, so 73 is probably on the other side of that gate section. Look at the architecture through here. Look at the roof line up top. Very unique. And I like how dated the gate link monorail system is. I love it. Gate 73, if I remember correctly, and I have plenty of time because I don't believe it boards until 4. So not too early, not too late. Crossing my fingers that this experience will be good. We got plenty of items for the sweet tooth, if you so choose, which I've been watching what I eat dramatically. In fact, I've been doing pretty good. Been hitting the treadmill every day. If you want to follow along with my weight loss and my little challenge to myself to eat better and not eat any of this stuff and also do cardio every day, my Instagram is TheDailyWoo HEW. On Instagram, I will not be having any gummy breakfasts. Now, I will be having a meal. Like the last flight I went on, actually the whole flight did not happen and I had to get a flight out the next day. Look at this gummy taco. And they didn't serve any meals on it. So hopefully today, if they serve a meal today, unless it is going to be one of these very large original pop dum-dums, I will eat the meal that is served on the flight. Ooh, gummy hot dogs? Look at these gummy hot dogs. In fact, they're probably going to serve 2 small meals. Maybe I'll get healthy options on the 2 flights because there is a layover. Here's a gummy burrito, a gummy Big Bear, a gummy makeup set, a gummy pizza, gummy sushi, gummy noodles, gummy taco. Looks pretty legit. I mean, I'm chewing gum, which is also interesting because they probably don't serve they don't sell regular gum probably in the gift shop, because a lot of airports don't. But you can get a gummy taco and just chew on that on the ascension and descension on when the plane takes off and lands. Game Boy? Oh my gosh, does anybody other than my generation, anyone younger than me, even remember the Game Boy? All right, I'm gonna go find my gate. There's an Outback over there too, and a duty-free store. There's also a Starbucks. Maybe I should get a coffee before boarding. All right, over to my section. Well, there's a few people in here, but it's not incredibly busy. I mean, there's definitely people in here, but as stated, I have seen the airport way busier than it is right now. The parking just kind of threw me off. I was expecting to park way closer to the airport, but I got here. There it is, the world famous Orlando Market. Well, I don't know if it's world famous, but it is in the Orlando airport, and they serve. See, there's no gum. Look, there's no gum, just mints. So you can't. Some airports you can buy gum, and other airports you can't buy gum. Orlando, you cannot buy gum unless it's in the form of a taco or sushi. Shouldn't be too lengthy of the flights. Obviously, there is a layover in between. I think it's like an hour or so in Atlanta. If it wasn't for the layover, it wouldn't be too incredibly long of a flight between both of them. So it's gonna be a good day of flying into Atlanta real quick for about an hour, and then hop on another plane and up to Kansas City. I don't think I've ever flown into. I've driven through Kansas City a bunch, but I've never flown in to the Kansas City airport. So that'll be new. Here's something you don't see too often: corded need help phones. They are corded phones, almost like this is like back in the day when I would go to the kitchen, you know, when I live with my family, and go to the kitchen, and you would stand next to the fridge, and there'd be one of these corded phones, and you'd make a call, and sometimes another family member, you're trying to have a private conversation, will pick up the other line from their room and listen in. You have to be like, "Are you on the phone?" "I am." And just bring it back memories. Okay, that is gate 71. They're loading the luggage on there. Also, I rarely, if ever, take anything other than carry-on luggage. I like to have just my one bag and the one that goes directly above my head. I usually will not do any checked luggage. The last time I checked anything on a flight was when I was in a band and I had to check my bass guitar when we were like on tour. We had to go from point A to point B on a plane, and because you can't obviously bring that and put that above your head. You can't bring a bass guitar above your head. But every other time, I just travel very light. My backpack, my book bag, same thing. You know, I call it either or. And this. So I have this and this. This is all I bring on any of my trips. I pack very, very light. Very light. You can kind of see the reflection of one of the planes, and this TV is on. You can't really see it because of the glare, but it looks like a puppet show. It looks like a puppet show set up, but really it's a television. Isn't that weird? There it is. That's my pony. Even though it's not a race, nor it's a horse, and it's not an animal. But that is figure speech. That's the one I'm going to be getting on, at least the first half. Part 1 of 2. Window seats on both of them. Can't remember which seat it is, but up towards the front, first class, and with a meal. And plenty of elbow room. Being tall and not thin. Hopefully I'll be thin sooner than later. It's nice to have a little leg room. The last flight I did was American Airlines. This is Delta. Did not go well. I'll still fly American again, but this time I'm flying Delta. All right, here's a good angle of a different gate with the gate link going by, that monorail system going by, and a little truck driving around there as well, and the control tower also. There's a lot happening down there. Orlando, I'll be seeing you again at some point. I'm gonna say soon, but it won't be super soon. Oh, here's a nice cushiony Delta airplane. That's got. I'll touch this though. This is the nice cushiony one right here. Sometimes you'll see the different airplanes that you're going to be flying on, but I've never seen a cushiony one. I got a couple new items. Even the week I was home, one of them is this right here that they sell in this. This is the one I got when I got my new iPhone. I made the mistake the other day when I mentioned I got the new iPhone Plus. Actually, it's the iPhone Max something. The iPhone something Max. I don't know, I'm having trouble with that little earpiece right there. But I don't know, I don't really want to use like earbuds because I feel like they're gonna like fall out, especially on like a treadmill or whatnot. So I want to have like one that actually goes over my noggin. But I don't know, maybe the Sony would be better, but this is the one I have. I think this is the Tune 710 BT. So yeah, coming home I got to get some stuff situated, take care of some things, and back out once again. I'm not going to buy anything from here because I already have a pair, but yeah, window shopping. Oh yeah, it's called the iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's what it is, 14 Max Pro. The iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's the one I got. And I also got a new Canon G7X. This is my phone. And you can charge it on the back there. Pretty happy with it so far. Haven't been filming on it. I've been filming on the Canon G7X, which I had to buy another one of those. Because if you notice, the last road trip I was on for 5 weeks before coming back to Florida, there was a little smudge on the inside. It was like a dead pixel. So that has been corrected. So got some things situated. Off I go again. All right, I am sitting in seat 3D, just like the glasses. 3D. I believe I was just out to think too, it's probably going to be an hour to Atlanta before we start to descend. There probably will just be like snacks. Maybe I'll get a coffee. I was going to go to Starbucks. The line for Starbucks is so long. I'll just grab one on the plane. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, they are brewing up some fresh coffee. scratches there on the window. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. Someone was trying to claw their way in. William Shatner might have been sitting here.
Or you want it mixed, like a mixture? Just a little splash? Okay, gotcha.
Non-stop coffee. Oh, great coffee, non-stop. That's what it says. They brewed it pretty quick. I think I might be the only person on here getting coffee. So this, Florida's kind of hot right now. You see it steaming up the lens. There was also, waiting at the seat, there was little Pure Life waters. Flamingos. That's hilarious. Flamingo on there. Stay hydrated and caffeinated at the same time. Plenty of elbow room.
Close before you take your seat in case your baggage or inch too big. If you have a backpack, briefcase, or purse, please place those underneath the seat in front of you to reserve this space for larger bags today. Okay, do you have a...
Nasty looking clouds. Turbulence. Said about the first half of the hour and 1 minute first trek up to Atlanta will be very turbulent.
We're making good time. It looks like we're about 20 minutes early scheduled to arrive.
announced that because of the bad weather, they're going to be handing out waters. And we'll be landing in like a half hour, but so all on this flight is water. I could probably get another coffee though. Maybe I'll get another coffee. Interesting. Before the flight, they serve it in a paper cup. During the flight, they get a little fancier. They put it in a real cup, ceramic cup. And nothing goes better with coffee than tangy Dijon mustard. I probably should have just got another water, but. So they are handing out a few snacks. Pistachios with no shells, and something called Fit Joy grain-free pretzels. So these are the snacks on the first leg of the trip.
Joining Delta Airlines flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for our arrival.
And I've been back on the counting calorie tip here. I burned a little calories on the treadmill earlier. So I typed that in. I burned about approximately 500 calories on the treadmill, and I put in my pistachios, 120 calories, and the small pretzels, 50 calories. So still have quite a bit throughout the course of the day. I'm actually down on I'm actually under for the week so far. Been doing pretty good this week.
Position, and aisle armrests are in the resting position. If your seat has a video monitor that extends from the armrest, it must be stowed at this time. Please ensure larger devices such as laptops are stowed at this time in a bag under the seat in front of you. They may not be stowed in seat pockets. Finally, please check around your seat for any remaining items you'd like to insert and pass them to the flight attendants as we come through the cabin.
Through the middle of clouds, just like Superman.
seatbelt sign. Be careful when opening overhead bins to avoid injured matters that may have shifted during flight. And please ensure you have all of your personal belongings before deplaning. You may use the Flight Delta app for important baggage and connection information. On behalf of this Orlando-based crew, thank you for choosing to fly with Delta. We will be parking at gate A20. That's gate A as in Alpha 20.
It's layover time. Very short layover. Quick and easy, on to the layover. Piece of cake. And it appears as if it is a 12-minute delay, so not an incredible delay, only 12 minutes, so I can handle that for sure. Not 7:30, 7:42 now, departure. Again, these are not my flights, but they are on the same little gate area. That's A10 over there, and this is A6 over here. There's a lot of Delta here at this airport. In fact, there's a lot of all the different airlines. Atlanta is it's a hub, to say the least. This one right here in the foreground is A7. A9 is off in the distance over there. That's the plane I'll be getting on. A9. So I saw some Orlando merch. Now here is some Atlanta merch. Looking at this down here, it's almost hypnotizing. Do not look into that little engine there on the wing too intently, or you'll be hypnotized by Delta. Do not look into that. Hypnotism will take over. It's like a swirly 9 and a 6. It's like the infinity sign. It's like 9, now it's a 6, now it's a 9, now it's a 6, now it's a 9, now it's a 6. There goes one taking off right there. Look at that. It's a 9, now it's a 6. It's a 9, now it's a 6. It's a 9, now it's a 6. I've always kind of noticed you can't really understand what they're saying unless you're like crowded around the area here. I don't know, I've noticed that with like every airline and every airport. You can't really hear what they're saying from the desk when you're like away from it. And in this one I am sitting in A2. A2. So row 2, I think A is the window seat on the other side of where I was on the first plane. A2. It was 3D, the first one. And now A2 on this one. Oh, look at this little computer system here. Hello. Thank you. The water's already there.
Take your seat, fasten your seatbelt, stow your tray table and carry-on items. Ensure aisle armrests are in the lessened position and headrests are lowered.
plane take off. And then we're right after this one. So little plane and then big plane. Alright, it's time. I don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed in the last few flights there's like more people coughing and sneezing on the regular than there have been in a while. Still things I'm noticing. Put their name on top of the buildings. That way you get free advertisement from someone looking out the window, or at least you could know what the buildings are.
These is caution openings for inside this may have shifted during takeoff and keep the aisles clear of any potential trip hazards, like bags or back straps. We like to extend that special welcome to our sky miles and medallion members. We appreciate you continuing to trust us with your travel. That our regulations require all passengers to comply with your instructions and prohibit the use of cellular networks during the flight. The use of Wi-Fi to make voice or video calls is not allowed. Information on our electronic devices can be found in the same information card in your seat pocket. The laboratory, there are refreshment flight soft products throughout the flight, but no one's not tight laboratory. Please let a flight attendant know. Cash-free Wi-Fi is available on any flight for travelers and members. Connect to the Delta Wi-Fi network or see the seatback card to get started. Even when the seatbelt sign is on,
just keep that seatbelt comfortably fastened around you in case we encounter any unexpected bumps. Right now we're showing right on schedule.
Some of the best ideas started on a napkin. I went and got some orange juice. There's a couple people that are sitting in a couple rows behind me that are coughing quite a bit. I feel like some vitamin C is probably a good idea. And then I'm gonna hydrate myself with another Pure Life. Yeah, need to get the vitamin C intake up. Also a lot of turbulence. It's very bumpy. Alright, it appears as if there will be no meal. I guess maybe both the flights are so short. The first one's an hour, the second one's a 2 hour. So more snacks. Veggie Bear. Santa Monica fruit gummy bears. And then Miss Vicky's sea salt. I was thinking earlier, I think I even stated it, that I might get lucky enough to get 2 meals because there's 2 flights, but evidently it's only on the longer flight, so that was a fail. But at least there's Veggie Bears.
Delta Airlines for your travel plans. This is my last flight test. Prepare the cabin for a run, please.
City, where the local time is 8:31 p.m. Please note that we have experienced a change in time zone. Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened and carry items stowed until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. Be careful when opening overhead bins to avoid injury from items that may have shifted during flight. And please ensure you have all your personal belongings before deplaning. We use the Flight Delta app for important baggage and connecting information. Our goal is to continuously improve your travel experience. You may receive an email asking you to share your feedback. On behalf of this New York City-based crew, thank you for choosing Delta.
This truck is racing the plane. The truck is winning. Pretty fascinating. They're bringing in the little walkway over. Oh, that one's made of glass. I want to be able to see out of it. Oh, look, it's like see-through. It's like clear glass.
Ready for this, prepare doors for arrival, cross-check and all calls.
I don't think I've ever seen one that you can, that's made of like windows like that. Usually they're like all sealed up. Fascinating. That's awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh yeah, take a look at this. So that's where my seat was, right there. I was sitting in the second seat back. It's also interesting too because I was there. You know, normally in other airlines, when you're sitting at the front, they have everyone get off here, but entering and exiting from both flights, you have to go towards the back and then exit off that way. So you're not the first one off the plane, even though you're sitting at the front. This is fancy. Look at this. You're like walking on a see-through, like I'm at a fun house. That was the most coughing I've ever heard on a plane. I think like, I don't know, it's just, I get paranoid with that stuff. It's really quiet in here. The Everything Travel store is all closed up. Quiet. This is a nice airport. And yeah, I do believe this is the first time I've ever been in the Kansas City airport. Oh, there's a barbecue place here, BBQ to go. You know, Kansas City's known for its barbecue. Probably won't be eating any on this tenure though. Oh, there you go. Kansas City. I guess that means Kansas City, Missouri. There's also Kansas City, Kansas, but I think maybe the airport might be in Missouri. Very artistic pieces right there on the top, on the moving walkway. Dusk and nightfall has set in. Well, dusk now, nightfall soon. There was a time change too. I gained an hour. Went back an hour. From Florida time. Now take this big piece of this art decor right here in the middle, all lit up and illuminated. That's different. Very sparkly. Ooh, very decorative pieces of art here too, like a chandelier type item. Welcome to Kansas City. Good to be here. I do not like tornadoes though. Severe weather shelter. I do not want to have to use that. Make sure I got everything. Double check the pockets. Because once you go through here, there's no turning back now. Going through. Do not stop indoors.
Don't stop.
Oh!
Please move forward.
I will. Okay, I'm seeing a sign that says bus. bus to rental cars. And I am picking up a rental car. Oh, is this the bus to rental car? This might be the bus to rental car. Rental car shuttle bus. Look at this. It's got my name all over it. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. The seats are great. Look, there's like little airplanes on the seats. What do you know? They're little footballs. Looks like they have people here who count the rental cars. So I got to go here and count how many rental cars there are. Maybe I should guess before I go in there and count them. I mean, it's a bad joke, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, look at this, tornado shelters. Oh my goodness. Do not like tornadoes. I do like counting rental cars though. Oh, take a look at this. The stairs have like a nice design going up. A really nice facility. The airport and the rental car area. The unveiling of the rental car facility. Not a whole heck of a lot of people in here. So I was talking to the guy at the front counter. I didn't count any rental cars, he was at the counter. But he said this airport, there was an older airport. The new airport just opened in February. That's why it's so nice. There was an old airport, now there's a new airport. The old airport opened in February, I believe he said, of this year. I have now arrived at my hotel. Ended up getting a couple bean burritos from Taco Bell because there was nothing that was really open at the airport and they didn't have the food on the plane. So had some snacks. Oh, this is not wanting to, I think there's something wrong with the wheel on this thing. I figured I'd just get a bite to eat. Some bean burritos. I think I might need a new piece of luggage. I think the bottom, the wheel might not be working. Okay, maybe that works a little bit better. All right, I'll see you in the next video. I'm in Kansas City. The vlog is over.